Now it is time to make the ever so important cover for your book. So first you need to get out your rulers and you need to measure what is the size of your pages. So let's see, mine is about 9 by 12. So on each side, long and short, it has to be 1 inch larger. So that means I need to cut out 2 boards that are 10 by 13. Now my spine, it says that my spine has a width of about just over 1/4 of an inch. So I need to add 1/2 inch to that. So I need to cut out a spine that's 3/4 of an inch by 13 inches. And all you need is just plain old regular cardboard. Go to your local store, see if they have any old boxes, and just grab the old boxes and just start cutting them out. For this next step, you need to either work on a really large table or you need to work on the floor. So just lay out your 3 pieces of cardboard like how I have here into the shape of a book, and you get your duct tape. So just tear one large piece of duct tape, and you're going to have to put it in between. So make sure it's longer. Yes, that is longer. And the good thing about this, try and make sure you always have a pair of scissors handy because duct tape can be very fibrous. So you lay one side here, and then you lay the other side. Give it, I bowl about maybe 1/2 inch between the 2 pieces. Okay, now you just fold the tape in. And you do the same thing with the other side. Now you just need to duct tape the ends here, the inside too. So now as you can see, it's starting to move and look just like a book. Now you need to wrap your book. I am using brown postal paper, but you can just, just pull open an old grocery bag. If you're making a guest book, wrapping paper works well too. The only downside with wrapping paper is if you plan on writing something on the front, that's going to be difficult. If it's a children's book, I recommend you probably get some white butcher paper. That would work well too. So, have it here, and you just make sure there's about 2 inches on each side so it's dead center. Now you're going to fold in the corners on every side. So I'm going to do the bottoms first, and you get some glue here. And just glue a little bit on so it'll stay put. After you have folded and glued in all 4 corners, you now need to fold in and glue in all 4 sides. So here's one side. Glue here. Okay, with this next step, there's several ways to do it. I am going to be using a product I found in a hardware store called U-Glue. If you have a hot glue gun, it works exactly the same way. If you don't, you can use plain regular school glue. There is one extra step though. Just take the top off the school glue, get a Q-tip, dip it in, and just put the side here full of glue. Just put the side here of glue. Make sure you're holding it, you're pinching it tight so it doesn't get to your pages. You get half a sheet of construction paper and you just glue it on here, and then you fold it over to the side and make sure you glue that on too. Here is what I'm going to do with my U-Glue. I can get these things open. Peel one side off and just place it on the side here. As you can see here, I now have a huge line of U-Glue on the side, and now all I have to do is just take off all this paper and reveal the glue. Okay, now I take this glue side and I gently put it in the center here and try to get it to stick. If you're using school glue, you just put glue on the outside paper and I think it's going to stick. You might want to open your book a little to make sure it sticks there. So maybe expand it. And if it's if you use school glue, you might want to wait until it dries, but if it can do this, then you're good to go. Now all you need are 2 sheets of paper that are the same height but double the width of your pages. So in my case, I'm using construction paper. I'm just using the long construction paper here. If you don't have it, don't really worry. You can just measure it out on a piece of butcher paper or postal paper and it'll work just fine. So, first you glue the paper side down. Okay. Try to match it up as much as possible. Don't worry if it doesn't match. And crease it. Now, before you glue the other side, fold it down first, so the paper has an idea. And when you see the crease, put your extra glue on here. And press hard. And do the same thing to the other side. After you have glued both pages down, both sides down, I suggest you just go through your book while the glue is still wet, so the paper can have a little comfortable zone. Now, this is something I highly recommend. Put about several heavy books on this thing overnight so you can clamp it down. After you've clamped your book overnight, go ahead, get creative, put whatever cover you want on here, and on the side you can use glitter glue, you can use a magic marker, and just put whatever title you want. Get creative. And here is the final result of my book.